Ever wondered what truly unlocks a woman's deepest desire to yield, not out of obligation, but out of an unshakable trust and profound connection? Forget everything you thought you knew about demanding submission or playing power games. The secret isn't in forcing her hand, but in becoming the kind of man to whom she wants to surrender, a man who inspires a natural, joyful submission. This isn't about weakness on her part. It's a conscious, ecstatic gift she chooses to give. The heart of natural submission, a conscious choice. When we talk about a woman naturally submitting, we're stepping into a territory often misunderstood and misrepresented. It's not about manipulation, pressure, or a loss of autonomy. Instead, it's a conscious, intentional choice rooted in trust, safety, and a desire for profound connection. This form of submission is deeply empowering for women, offering a unique path to self-discovery and emotional liberation. For many, it's about giving control, not losing it, entrusting certain responsibilities or decisions to a partner within clearly defined boundaries. This act of surrender can be incredibly liberating, offering a release from the daily pressures of overthinking and responsibility. Think about it. In a world where most women feel compelled to control everything to protect themselves, the ability to finally relax and let go is a rare and sacred gift. It's the moment she looks at you and, without a word, communicates, "I trust you to lead me, to hold me, to know the way, not just out there in the world, but into my soul." This kind of trust is not freely given. It is earned through consistency, clarity, care, and presence. For the man, inspiring this natural submission means understanding that you cannot force what you most deeply desire. You can demand obedience, you can manipulate compliance, but you cannot command desire. Desire is a gift, and when a woman yields to you, emotionally, physically, spiritually, it's because she chose it, not because you demanded it. The blueprint of a man worth following. What kind of man makes a woman want to surrender? It's not the loudest in the room, nor the one constantly flexing his muscles or bragging about his conquests. It's a man who embodies authentic masculine energy, grounded in traits that foster safety, respect, and admiration. First and foremost, a man who inspires natural submission leads properly. This isn't about being dominant in an aggressive sense, but about being a reliable, stable presence. He has a plan, provides financially and emotionally, and consistently proves himself to be a woman's rock. When a woman feels loved, appreciated, and safe, her desire to cater to him becomes effortless. She stops overthinking and starts trusting, revealing her divine femininity, because she feels secure, not pressured. Here are the key factors that enable this dynamic, drawing from women's expressed desires and psychological insights. Trust and integrity. A woman will naturally submit to a man she deeply trusts to lead properly and is worthy of that trust. This trust is built on consistency, clarity, and care. He stands in truth and holds himself accountable. When she trusts you, like that, she's not just following a man. She's walking beside a king. Protection and provision. A leading man provides for and protects his woman, not just physically but emotionally and spiritually. He creates a foundation of safety, offering strength and consistency so she feels secure in his presence. When he protects her heart and provides stability, she can soften, surrender, and trust him fully. Emotional depth and presence. He can hold power, but uses it not to control, but to contain, protect, and lead with presence, not pressure. He is calm in chaos, clear when she's emotional, curious when she's distant, and confident when she tests him. This capacity to hold her emotional weight, her fire, her emotion, her desire, her tears, is crucial. If he collapses under her emotional weight or becomes reactive when she's upset, she learns she cannot trust him to lead. Vision and direction. He leads with purpose, offering a clear direction and a vision that inspires her to walk a shared path with him. A woman cannot follow a man who has no vision, no drive, and no goals. He must be able to lead himself before he can lead her. Respect and appreciation. He genuinely values her opinions, feelings, and needs. He shows kindness and compassion, listens attentively, and acknowledges her feelings even when he disagrees. He celebrates her achievements and supports her individual interests and growth, never trying to change or control her. This mutual respect enhances emotional bonds and supports healthy communication, proving to be a top predictor of long-term satisfaction. Gentle strength and honesty. His strength is gentle and his words are honest. He can say no with kindness and yes with clarity, demonstrating decisiveness without domination. He doesn't need to posture or perform. His self-possession, emotional maturity, and unshakable integrity are what make him truly magnetic. Conversely, a man who is controlling, insecure, critical, abuses power, or is oppressive and unsupportive will only evoke fear and resentment, not genuine submission. A truly masculine man is not threatened by his woman. He supports her growth and is a partner, not a master expecting a glorified slave. The woman's journey. Safety, release, and connection. From a woman's perspective, this natural submission isn't a sign of being weak or naive. It's a powerful act of embracing her feminine energy, allowing her to nurture, be creative, and communicate with love. When she is led properly, she floats effortlessly in her feminine energy. She chooses to submit because she feels safe enough to let go. This safety allows her to stop guarding herself, to explore vulnerability without fear, and to release the stress and burden of constantly being in control. It provides emotional relief and can even be a path to self-discovery. She trusts his judgment and leadership. She believes he has both their best interests at heart and is capable of making the right decisions. This trust means she can uphold and support his final decision, even if she initially disagrees, because she knows he deserves it and always puts her needs first. She wants to be contained and held. When a man can hold her in all her dimensions, the soft, stormy, sensual, and scared ones, she can relax into his strength. She experiences a liberation of her will, not a defeat. This is why women often describe feeling stronger, not weaker, when they surrender to a man they deeply trust. It aligns with her desire for mutual connection. For many women, being in a relationship where she feels valued, loved, and respected naturally enhances her desire to connect and contribute to the partnership. It's a reciprocal exchange where her devotion, trust, and deepest self are given willingly. This nuanced understanding distinguishes healthy, consensual submission from any form of coercion or abuse. As one perspective notes, a woman's submission isn't given to chaos. It's earned through consistency, clarity, and care. When she's confused, she's protecting herself. But when a man leads with peace, purpose, and presence, she naturally softens. She stops overthinking and starts trusting, revealing her divine femininity when she feels safe, not when she's pressured. The interplay of respect, trust, and power at the bedrock of natural submission lies respect and trust. These two elements are deeply interconnected. One cannot exist without the other in healthy partnerships. Respect means valuing your partner, accepting them for who they are, and treating them with kindness, compassion, and understanding. It involves consistently demonstrating consideration and appreciation for their individuality and dignity, even during disagreements. You can love someone deeply and still treat them disrespectfully, which often leads to emotional roller coasters. But when respect forms the foundation, it creates stability that love alone cannot provide. Building mutual respect. Open and honest communication. Have intentional conversations early in the relationship about what respect means to each of you. Discuss personal boundaries, communication preferences, and how to address feelings of disrespect. This open dialogue prevents misunderstandings and resentment. Active listening. This is crucial for both verbal and nonverbal respect. Put away distractions, give your full attention, maintain eye contact, and show genuine interest in understanding your partner's perspective. Honesty and accountability. Take full responsibility when you've unintentionally hurt your partner. Offer sincere apologies that focus on the impact of your behavior, not excuses, and commit to specific changes. This honesty, even during difficult periods, strengthens the bond through vulnerability. Support individual interests and growth. Encourage your partner's passions and friendships, even if you don't share them. Celebrating their achievements and supporting their personal growth signals deep respect for who they are beyond the you relationship. Shared decision-making. Involve your partner in decisions that affect both of you. While a man may take the lead, true respect means valuing her input and considering her concerns before making a final choice. This doesn't mean always doing what she wants, but ensuring her voice is heard and considered. When trust and respect are consistently present, partners feel safe being vulnerable and honest, which in turn makes it easier to extend respect even during challenging moments. Conversely, disrespectful behaviors like breaking promises, violating privacy, or dismissing emotions damage trust and erode the relationship's foundation. Navigating power dynamics. Beyond dominance and into shared leadership. The concept of power in relationships is complex and often misconstrued. In evolutionary psychology, dominance is an aspect of social hierarchy that arises from agonistic interactions involving aggression, threats, and intimidation. This is distinct from prestige, which arises from competence or benefit generation ability, leading to voluntary deference. Humans, like chimpanzees and bonobos, have an inherited dominance psychology, where certain physical traits, like formidability and nonverbal cues, physical expansiveness, lowered vocal pitch, signal dominance. However, human societies have evolved social norms that favor egalitarian behavior and suppress aggression, complicating the expression of pure dominance. In relationships, a healthy power dynamic is about shared leadership and mutual influence, not coercive control. Power imbalances and their pitfalls. A power imbalance exists when one person consistently holds greater influence or control. This can stem from internal factors, attachment styles, self-esteem, relational factors, knowledge gaps, investment imbalance, or external factors, financial disparities, cultural norms. Signs include consistent decision-making by one person, lack of mutual respect, condescension, dependence or fear, unequal contribution, and ignoring boundaries. When power imbalances persist, they can lead to erosion of self-esteem and confidence, increased anxiety and depression, resentment and bitterness, communication breakdown, and loss of intimacy. In severe cases, a cycle of emotional, verbal, or physical abuse. The principle of least interest suggests that the person less invested in a relationship holds more power, as their partner may sacrifice needs and boundaries to preserve the connection. While having the upper hand might seem appealing, it often means you're not in the right relationship, and the less committed person can walk away unscathed. Healthy power exchange in intimacy. In sexual relationships, dynamics of dominance and submission, often explored within BDSM, can be a path to profound pleasure and emotional fulfillment when based on explicit consent, clear boundaries, and unwavering trust. This consensual exchange of power is not about harmful control. For the dominant, it can tap into feelings of confidence and responsibility. For the submissive, it can bring a sense of release, safety, and emotional liberation. These dynamics, when openly communicated and mutually satisfying, can actually heighten emotional intimacy and sexual satisfaction. It's about choosing to take or give power in a safe, negotiated space, allowing individuals to step outside their everyday selves and explore desire in a raw, embodied way. This makes power a tool for intimacy, not a weapon of control. Cultivating the connection. From courtship to lasting love. The journey toward natural submission often begins long before a formal commitment, intertwined with the phases of courtship and attraction. Attention and recognition. Courtship starts with unspoken signals, a glance, a smile, eye contact. As attraction grows, both people test mutual interest through subtle nonverbal cues. This stage allows for cautious gauging of commitment. Interaction and deeper connection. Real communication begins, often with social conversations where the underlying emotional tension is more important than the topic itself. This emotional intensity deepens the connection. Sexual arousal and intimacy. Conversations shift to more personal topics, signaling a desire beyond friendship. This phase slows down, becoming more intimate with increased eye contact and body language. Playful touches and nicknames can emerge, preparing individuals for potential sexual intimacy. Empathy beyond cues. While nonverbal cues are foundational, building genuine connections requires empathy. Actively listening to a partner's feelings and thoughts creates a safe space, building trust and strengthening the emotional bond. Prioritizing empathy allows for real conversations about desires, boundaries, and fears, leading to a healthier and more fulfilling courtship. For a woman to naturally submit, a man must continually cultivate a relationship that fosters these elements of trust, respect, and emotional safety. This means leading with integrity, providing unwavering support, and consistently demonstrating that he is a safe harbor for her emotions and vulnerability. It's about becoming a man who lifts her as he leads, who sees her in all her layers, and who invites her wildness out, not to tame it, but to honor it. The path forward, becoming the man she trusts, becoming the man to whom a woman naturally submits, is a lifelong process, demanding self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and a commitment to continuous growth. It means doing the unseen work, healing your own wounds, speaking your truth, facing your fears, and learning to feel, not just fix. This isn't about striving for dominance, but about embodying a grounded, unwavering masculine essence. When you are calm in chaos, clear in emotion, curious in distance, and confident in tests, you become a safe space. A woman will only give you what you can contain, what you cannot. Her fire, her emotion, her desire, her tears, she will withhold, not to punish you, but to protect herself. The goal isn't perfect equality in every moment, but dynamics that honor each person's autonomy, dignity, and humanity. This journey requires patience, as old patterns have deep roots and change is rarely linear. But with awareness, support, and consistent practice, you can cultivate a relationship where power flows between partners with respect and care, creating the foundation for authentic, lasting connection. Ultimately, she will naturally submit to you when you are the place she can finally stop fighting and find rest. It is the most powerful gift a woman can give, signifying that you have penetrated her defenses not with force, but with presence. You have made her feel safe enough to lose control. In a world where most women have had to control everything to protect themselves, this makes you rare, sacred, and profoundly trustworthy. If she trusts you, she will follow you anywhere, in life, in bed, in love, not because she has to, but because she wants to.